I'm a little worried about your joke about what does Superman go into, because the very first Superman movie came out in like 1978.
Yeah. It wasn't painful and then, was it?
And they make that joke in that movie. 50 years ago was saying, we get it. In the 20s, this is what we did. We don't have time for that anymore.
But I need to know. I got to know the specifics.
Technically, I don't think Superman has.
No, he has to, but they got to let us know if something happens. We can't see Peter Parker change into Superman just because.
Peter Parker isn't Superman.
Or whatever it is. No, Peter Parker, yeah.
All right, folks. Negative points for Justin.
No, because I'm not, the whole Marvel thing is not my bag.
Superman's
DC.
not
Marvel.
I did. I knew that. That's why I said it, actually.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Come on, get him on. Somebody push on the building. Come on, hold these crabs back.
Say, Jim, woo!
Excuse me.
That's a bad outfit.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast, coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city of Brainerd, and with me, as always, is my brother.
I had something I was going to say.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't. Gabriel Johnson, what say ye?
Youth sports update.
Okay.
Our hockey teams suck.
The youth ones or the high school ones as well? Yeah.
Bad news.
It ain't
The
getting better.
cavalry ain't coming.
Oh, no. Yeah. The high school team was not good.
It was not good this year.
And you're telling me that that's not going to change.
Might get a little better for a couple years.
Okay.
But the Pee-wees, the 2 years below that, no. 4 teams, probably 200 games. I'm going to say 32 wins.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch.
20 were my son.
Okay. That's about what the high school team did, though. The high school team did not do. And to be fair to the high school team, they had a kid that's going to go NHL eventually.
Right. And he took a different path instead of playing his last year in high school.
The captain didn't play. So, wait a minute, folks. Back with us once again,
Guess who's back?
Justin Goble, folks.
What's up, boys?
Justin, 30 seconds to explain yourself. Go.
I've done this before. I don't need 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Justin Goble. Grew up here. Y'all know me.
Still the same old G?
Still the same old G.
But they don't. We now have hundreds of viewers.
Well, I guess the new ones will get to know me. So.
Okay, all right. Well, for the listeners, the reason why Justin's here is because Justin got his feelings hurt because Jesse has been on so many times.
Yeah. Jesse's no. I've been out of the game for a minute. I get it. I get busy in the summertime, but no, come on.
Still the same old Justin.
Yeah, well, we can take it outside if we need to, Jesse.
Yeah.
What's
well, Justin, you are here just in time because everyone knows what time it is.
Game time. Who?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we played a game, we played The Secret Sound.
Oh, that was terrible.
Christ.
That was fucking terrible.
As long as Jesse's not here.
Well, folks, we're back at it again because
good.
this is The Secret Sound. 90s Nostalgia Edition.
Oh.
So, as you had said, Jesse was here the last time we played a game. Jesse evidently knows every sound that's ever been made for movies.
He's a cheater.
Because
in 1 or 2 notes.
he was buzzing in so fast that we couldn't even play any of the sounds and just ran away with it.
It was ridiculous.
So I said to myself, we've got to fix that. We got to give this game a fair shake. And what better way to make sure that that doesn't happen than to have Justin Goble on, folks.
Bring in the retard. Bring in the gimp.
Hey, no. Just because I'm going to lose the game, right?
So for those of you that were not with us in the last version, go check it out. The previous, I think it's episode 320, I believe, is the secret sound from movie sound effects. A lot of fun, really good podcast. But the idea of this game is I'm going to play a sound. And in this case, it is a sound specifically from the 90s. Should be nostalgic, should bring up some memories. These guys should know most of these. You yourself should be able to see some of these as well.
So in the editing on the Jesse episode,
Yes.
did you actually play the sound for 5 seconds so like people could try to guess it, or did you just show how ridiculous it was?
So we learned our lesson. We talked about it in the podcast as well.
did.
That there was I did that one time with Scott where he buzzed in right away on one note.
You gave him like 10 beats on and Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. And I thought that's ridiculous. And so I then extended it and let the listeners get a full fair shake of it. The problem with the Jesse episode is that was what the whole podcast was him just buzzing in.
One beat buzzing in.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what made the joke, actually. It made it funny.
Yeah, if that happens today, I'll play a little bit of it after again. But I think most of these are it's a fair shake for most of these. So, Justin,
Yes, sir.
you know the facts. You know the rules. There is only one rule on the podcast.
Yes, one rule.
If you win the game, I will turn to you and say something to your fans. When I say that, you must say hello and congratulations. If you
Gotcha.
say anything other than hello and congratulations, you lose and I win. Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Born ready.
here we go, folks. Sound number 1. 90s nostalgia.
Justin. That's the Windows 95.
Windows 95?
Yes.
That is correct, sir.
That is the Windows. You know when I know that? This DJ that I used to listen to all the time remixed that into a set. That's how he started it.
Oh, I forgot you were a raver.
Oh, 90
knows
90 sounds, man. That's it.
All right, I'll play a little bit extra of it. That is the Windows 95.
Oh, boy.
That's this is burned in my brain, man.
Oh, Scott.
The one thing I'm going to get right.
Again.
So it's basically just chimes, right? I know it because there's a version of it on YouTube that is like the 3-hour thing. And so it's just that sound and then it plays for like 3 hours. It is wonderful for playing in the background when you need to calm the fuck down when you're irate about editing.
So this is, I misheard you. I thought this was 90s movies. This is just
Nostalgia.
90s.
90s nostalgia.
All right.
So it is not movies specifically.
Yeah.
It is everything
Could
90s.
be a computer program.
Could be a computer program. Well, an operating system.
An operating system.
Could be. All right. Are we ready for number 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Question number 2.
Justin. No way is that sitting in an inflatable chair.
Sitting in
Yeah, sitting down in an inflatable chair. Or a beanbag chair, but I think it's inflatable chair probably.
With 2 points, Justin is sitting in an inflatable chair.
That is unbelievable. You've heard that song a million times.
DJ I listened to.
Yeah, no. This DJ's house we used to go to, his house all the time. He had that's all he had, inflatable chairs.
What color specifically?
Actually, they were blue.
Okay, all right. In my head, it's pink, but the one I found was actually purple. So
Well, purplish blue is the ones that I saw.
okay, so you're talking about the inflatable chairs that you would blow up and then have in your room.
Yeah, even as a love seat, I think. One of them was a love seat.
That's unbelievable. That's
I don't even
unbelievable.
remember that being a thing.
I had a couple inflatable
Yeah.
chairs. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When you sit in them with waiver pants, it really makes that sound.
Well, just wait for it. Abercrombie and Fitch is coming. That's crazy. Yeah, what a weird thing that's wildly specific because that's probably like 97-ish, probably, right? Like
98.
Yeah, 98
I was just out of high
maybe.
school, yeah, a couple of years.
Yeah, so like it's right around the Spice Girls type time frame. That's weird. My
Yeah.
ex-wife had it. It had one in her room.
I think more of a Richard Humpty vision than.
Humpty Vision. Okay.
Oh, this game sucks.
I might win this game. You never know.
Well, yeah.
You'll blow it.
That's horseshit. Sitting in an inflatable chair as a secret sound, and you get it immediately. There's no fucking way. You guys were sitting in here long before Gabe or I showed up.
We weren't talking about inflatable chairs.
Or were you?
No, we weren't.
We were
Most
drawing
certainly weren't.
Things on your paper.
We were. Yeah, we.
I was. I'm not a good artist.
No, I knew it was a penis. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, when Justin got here, he said I should write something on their paper, and I said just draw a big dick.
I was thinking something more like you might read it and then laugh to yourself as,
No.
not something so obvious.
No, penises are funny.
That's what he said. That's what you got.
All right, folks, just so you're aware. Yeah, absolutely. And did that.
No fucking way was that real.
I thought you would know way quicker than he did. But Scott, I can see your brain working. Your eyes just like,
That's
that
impossible.
sound right.
That's fucking impossible.
Inflatable chair, what?
I actually moved the two around because the first one was supposed to be inflatable chair, but then I was like, oh, it's way funnier if he gets that one immediately.
It's not fun after he got Windows 95 immediately, though.
But that one almost made sense to you that I could have got that right.
This moron, I said the Windows sound, and he sent me, oh, like this, and sent me a thing of a fucking DJ. That was true.
Yeah, that was true. But it wasn't Windows XP, actually, is what it was. Not 95.
Wrong fucking Windows, but literally, he sent me a thing of like, oh yeah, DJs do that.
Yeah, see, I'm just now realizing that you cheated on the Windows 95 one as well. That one's believable. It's totally
Yeah, that would make
believable
sense,
that
yeah.
you would remember that sound.
Sure.
But sitting in a fucking inflatable chair,
You went too far, Dave. Too far with it.
That was the whole point. The point was to get to 2 and then start over.
You know when this idea came about? When I was listening to the other podcasts, I'd messaged you guys.
Yes.
I told him, like, hey, when I'm on the show, let's do this.
Yeah. The second he cried to me that he wasn't on the show, he said, I also want to cheat.
Yes, you need to make me look smart.
But then immediately put me under, right away. Put me under the bus.
All right, folks, that was just for fun. But that's how the Jesse episode went.
I still got 2 points, though, so what's up?
Okay, well, I'll let them argue with you whether you do or you don't.
Well,
I'm
and
gonna
maybe
end
we'll
with
get
2
some
points.
2-point answers. I don't know.
Yeah, not to be a dick or anything, but that's probably the only ones he's going to get. So
Actually, you never know. I may be really good at this game.
you could be very good.
So far, you are. But has he told you any other answers?
We'll have to see.
Nope, I have not told him any other answers, just those first 2.
Good job, Scott. I would have never gotten that.
I was trying, like, it was funny because I'm like spinning in my head. I was like, this is going too well. How do we get out of this now? I was on Scott's side. I was like, that's fucking obvious. Like an inflatable chair.
Yeah. My bullshit detectors
we
were
wouldn't-
firing.
If we wouldn't have said anything, go to the next sound. You got to play it 3 times fully through before anybody can get it. I feel like kids didn't get that one.
And technically, to be fair, the video that sound effect is actually from was like a lady with like a inflatable raft, like an ASMR video. So it wasn't even technically I found a couple videos of people stepping on those chairs, but it didn't sound right.
They don't make much noise.
No, I was hoping for like a.
Yeah, you need the friction.
No, I will say this though. Do not go to YouTube and look up ASMR inflatable. It was just a lady like licking her hand and rubbing of a plastic alien. It was like, Jesus Christ, what is happening?
Or maybe do.
Yeah, don't tell me how to satisfy my cravings.
Yeah, I will say, I was like, wow,
Turn me
this-
away from a good time.
yeah. I'll log in and say I'm not from Illinois. Do you guys have that problem? Like, on my phone, I'm always incognito, so it thinks I'm in Illinois, and Illinois has strict porn laws now.
Yeah.
So I can't go on certain sites.
I just use the regular browser.
And your Wi-Fi at home, so you can access through that eyepiece right there.
Yeah, I'm hiding.
I'm in Brainerd, Minnesota, just looking up normal stuff.
I'm in the cloud looking at not normal stuff. All right, folks. The score is 2 to Justin, 0 to these guys until something happens and we change our mind. There are only 10 of these total, so we have 8 left. Of course, we have the last 2 that are the semi-championship and championship rounds. So we just have a handful of these left, folks. So let's get going here. This is number 3.
Yo, Justin. That's putting a cassette tape in it.
Holy shit. That is actually putting a cassette in a cassette tape. And I did not
That
tell
was
you
not
that.
a cheat. That was, honestly, God, was not a cheat.
It's all tainted now. It's all tainted.
I thought for sure he was not going to get another one of these right.
You found my game, dude. You found my game.
All right. So Justin gets a point there. Yes, that was putting a cassette in, and then he pushes play, and I think it actually fast forwards, if I'm not mistaken. Cassettes, weird thing. We don't think about it much now, but the consumption of music, very specific, right? So it's not even like, even with a record, you could at least pick your song. Like a cassette, you're just beholden to whatever that was on when you stopped playing it.
You can fast forward.
But
Well,
you
you
can't
can.
stop at the next track though.
Throw a pencil in there.
Eventually you could.
Well-
And I don't even understand how that worked.
So when they had the 8-track players, they
Yep.
could go to the next song.
Yes.
And then the cassettes couldn't, and then at the end they could sometimes.
There was like a
Some of them-
magnetic thing in there somewhere that
That's
they
when
could-
CDs were becoming a thing then.
Yeah.
But cassettes were amazing.
Yeah, they
My dad is cheap. Did not like buying us cassettes,
Okay.
but he would buy blank cassettes.
And you could record your own.
So we could go on and listen to KCLD, wait for the song to hit, and boom, record.
Yeah.
And we've got the song we want. It was stealing music before Napster.
Yeah.
You had the DJ talk over the front of it most of the time.
A little bit.
The intros, especially the good songs, to do it on purpose.
She would say, coming up
Yeah.
is, Milli Vanilli. Like, record.
You gotta hear that. You gotta be sure they're making noise.
I've got to steal the stolen music. Very interesting technology. And then, the side A, side B, right? It's so weird because, CDs completely did away with that, but you started with that with records. You'd have a B side of things. And a lot of times, I think it was it Vanilla Ice? Was that the one that Ice Ice Baby, I think, is the B side?
That was the B side of his first single.
Yeah, of his first single. And so it's such a weird thing where there's this whole world that music has completely changed to now you can listen to whatever you want, whenever you want.
And now the albums are not a thing anymore.
No,
You don't
not
buy
at
an
all.
album. You used to always buy the whole album. You got maybe had 6 songs that sucked. You never know.
Yeah.
No.
No,
more than that.
maybe you did, but in reality, you didn't. I've been listening to that Van Halen album you bought me way too much. It is maybe the perfect album. And I didn't like Van Halen at all before you got me that like a month ago.
yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, Panama's an okay song and Hot for Teacher. Whatever, I know these songs. Jump's cool, whatever. But the order they put them in on the album, you just listen front to back. Oh, that is a great album.
Yeah,
Game
there was
changer, huh? Game changer.
there was a whole system to it, right? The first song's gotta get you in right away. It's a little bit more upbeat. I always think of like Siamese Dream with Smashing Pumpkins. You've got Right Away. The hell's the name of the song now? I'm forgetting. Cherub Rock, Right Away, or the Blue Album from Weezer, Right Away with My Name Is Jonas. Like just come in right
Just
away, the
hit it.
banger. Yeah, and there's an ebb and flow to it. It's a lost art. Now you're just single. Everything's a single, and then they just kind of stack them in there. I can't remember the last time that I've listened to a new album. Every album, like I've listened to albums lately, but it's all older albums that I'll play through. I
They
can't
don't
think of
even
a
release
new
an
one.
albums really anymore. You might get like
Sure.
you got 3 or 4 tracks on a
No, it's
mini
like,
LP or something.
like the end of every month, Morgan Wallen drops a song.
Yeah.
Once a month, he's dropping
Yeah.
a song. So he's always on the top of the charts.
Sure.
He's always dropping songs, but none of this was developed together telling
Yeah.
a story, right?
Yeah, crazy. All right, yeah, that's a point for Justin. That is putting a cassette in the cassette player. It's a very specific sound. Pretty much 80s and 90s.
It would have been impressive if I could have guessed the cassette tape. That's a Boston cassette. That one was the Eagles. Greatest hits.
If it was the Eagles, it would have like halfway
hate
through
the
it would have
Eagles.
started on fire. Throw it away. All right, here we go. Question number 4.
Scott, Game Boy.
There you go. I knew that was a throwaway for Scott. That is, of course, the Game Boy. Very specific sound.
Yes.
Never owned one.
Never? That was going to be my next question. Gabe, did you have a Game Boy?
No, my dad didn't like spending money.
He was like the growing money.
He like accumulating it.
Yeah, we've got Game Boy at home.
You guys tried to burn the house down a few times on him, so you had to rebuild. And
3 times.
yeah.
No Game Boy at all? No Tiger handhelds or anything? Or
Nope.
wow.
Nope. Bought my daughter DS was the first handheld I ever
Okay.
played.
Exact same thing with us.
Okay.
Got a DS.
Well, what did your dad get you for Christmas?
Nails.
A shovel to dig a new well.
So Gabe's dad is an accountant, so it makes sense, right? And a Catholic accountant. So there's 5 billion kids, and he's an accountant.
And my birthday's in December. So what did he give me for Christmas? Nothing, because he just got me something 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I gave you birth. Yeah, crazy. No Game Boy for you either,
No,
huh?
never had one.
You seem like the type that would have a Game Gear.
No, I wasn't much of a Nintendo guy, really. The normal Nintendo, never had a 64.
Okay.
And the other ones went right to his PlayStation when I got older.
I spent so much time with the Game Boy because my older brother was in basketball and we did basketball tournaments. So I would just sit there and play Game Boy because I was probably, so if he was in, let's say he was 10, then I'm at that point, like 7 or 8. And you don't, after you've watched your brother play 300 basketball games, I don't really need to watch another.
Right. You can say there's nothing to do then.
Yeah.
That's how it is
Game
with my
Boys.
boys. If one of them's playing hockey, the other's probably on a Nintendo Switch.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So I played a lot of Game Boy, and very nerdy. Very nerdy stuff. I've went back and played some of the old Game Boy games that I used to play on there, and I'm almost embarrassed at how much of a nerd I was.
Such as?
Well, Final Fantasy Legend.
Those games suck.
It is.
The worst games I hear.
It's
The
they're
Legend series on the Game Boy.
they're masochistic. They're just mean games. They're games that you play if you actually like to hurt yourself. So yeah, self mutilation, the video game.
Nerd alert!
That's shaped our future to now.
Yeah. But anyways, huge. 1989, so it just came out right before the 90s. Went on forever. Then you had the Game Boy Color. Did gigantic, and then of course at the end of the 90s is when you get Pokemon, and so the Game Boy itself, if you include color, that's just went on for the entire decade.
Yeah.
So,
And see, Pokemon I was a shit ahead of that. Like,
Yep.
I didn't get into that at all. I never bought one single card of it or cared of it
I
at all.
was 10.
So it was
So
really
it was everything.
oh yeah. You were prime for it. I was slightly just beyond it as well. Like it, I never actually. But my oldest son is into it, which is really weird because I can't get him to play another nerdy RPG. But he loves Pokemon. So, and now the youngest boy, actually, I'm trying to teach him how to read. He's in first grade, so he's doing okay, right? But his teacher said, we got to kind of speed him up a little bit. And so I got him some Pokemon books for like beginners, and then bought him a Pokemon game and said, our goal is to get to where you can play this game. So let's use the game, which has reading in it, to get you to want to read. So as soon as you can read this game, you can have it.
I did the exact same thing with my daughter.
Yeah.
I downloaded a Pokemon game, Game Boy, like Pokemon Silver or something.
Yeah.
And gave her my phone to play it on.
Yeah.
And I remember as we were driving back from Walmart, we'd gone to Walmart to get something, and she goes, from the back seat, she goes, Dad, I know why you wanted me to play this game. I go, oh yeah? Why? Because there's a lot of reading.
Yeah. I'm doing it the other way. I'm being upfront with him. It's like once you can read this, you can have it. So
We took a little different approach to reading. We said we're not going to feed you until you learn how to read that book. So
It works.
there was a struggle for about a week. But hey,
and she's a skinny bitch. All right, folks. That's 1 point to Scott, 1 point to Justin. Here we go. Question number 5.
oh, Justin, that's like fax machine or copy machine. I mean,
That is incorrect.
Scott. Oh, shit. Xerox?
Gabe modem.
You are all incorrect. Okay.
It's just a printer.
I can start to play it again, or we can start giving clues. Do you want me to just play it again?
Play it again.
Here we go. You want it from the beginning?
Sure.
Gabe printer.
Specifically, it is a dot matrix printer, but I will accept printer. That is
That's
correct.
You're welcome.
I thought a little past it. Like I was thinking, like Xerox
Finally
printing
got
part.
a fucking sound.
And 4 guesses in on the sound.
Well,
Gabe
5
gets it.
because he
Yeah.
said printer after his wrong.
Yes,
guess.
he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, dot matrix printer.
Yeah, the one where they got to tear off the sides.
Yeah, little holes on it.
Yeah.
You fold them together, make the little springs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Dot matrix printers went well into the 90s, almost to the end of the 90s at certain places. Like you would go to like Video Update or something to rent a movie, and they would print off like a thing from there.
Yeah, your late fees were on a dot matrix printer.
Yeah. So the dot matrix printers were hanging around for a long time, but I saw something really sweet, and I'm absolutely going to fucking buy it. They have now made a gun that is a dot matrix gun. So you can just walk up to things and just freaking dot matrix anything you want. Anything you want.
What?
Anything.
Does it actually like can you
prints.
like spell things, or
Yes.
is it just
No, it is
a shotgun approach?
No, it is you type in what you want it to be. You hold this thing against whatever it is and you label things. It's like a label gun, only it's a dot matrix printer. It is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. This guy was like, oh, you can, if you got it for like shipping or whatever you got to do, you want to label your boxes. Just grrr. And I was like, no, graffiti, dude. T-shirts, graffiti, all the things. Dude, awesome. So we may be buying one for the iKnowBadeaux podcast and just putting whatever we want, wherever we want.
Yeah, use it to make a shirt.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, we need at least one of those.
Yeah, we need a shirt.
A shirt. Yes, we do need a
We
shirt.
promised someone a shirt.
Should we talk about that super fast?
Yes.
So I woke up, what was it, like Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Of last week, and I look at my phone. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's my cousin, and she said, hey, are you up? And I'm like, oh, what the fuck are we doing at 7 o'clock? I haven't talked to you in like 4 months. What do you need? And she said, hey, would you ever do me a favor? Would you call this number? And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. And she's like, it's my favorite radio station out of DC. And they're talking about Brainerd, which is our hometown. And so I immediately was like, all right, I'll do that. I'm a attention whore. We'll gladly do that. And so I called this radio station and the lady's like, hello. And I was like, oh, hey, my cousin said to, and she's like, the mayor? And I was like, yes. And she's like, hold on. And they do that thing where they punch you in. And so you can hear them talking, but you're not able to talk yet. And so literally the first words out of their mouth that I hear are, well, they've got a racetrack, something, 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 diarrhea. And I was like, oh, fuck. This radio station out of DC, and it's Elliot in the Morning, is talking about the Brainerd diarrhea.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised how many people have told me since then that they weren't even aware that that was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I know about it is because of 7th grade science class. It was just briefly mentioned.
Scott, don't even joke. The only reason you know about it is because all you talk about is poop.
Hey, that's just the news. That's just if it's in the news.
But
I'm
yeah,
surprised people don't know of the Brainerd diarrhea.
Wait, I don't
Like,
know
Have
if
you never read the Brainerd Wikipedia page?
yeah, we have.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
if I
like
know
their
about
one
this.
claim to fame. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
So in 1984,
Okay.
there was an outbreak of, I believe, just under 200 cases
It was
of
122.
122
They said in Elliot.
of diarrhea. However, this was, you've heard of long COVID. This is the long squirts.
Long diarrhea.
This is long diarrhea, like 2 years
2 years.
of up to 20 times
20
a
a
day.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, wow.
Explosive.
Explosive diarrhea.
I don't even know how you hydrate for that.
I don't.
Okay, I got to get ready for my 20 diarrheas tomorrow.
And I hate to be morbid, but suicide rates should have just skyrocketed.
Yeah, I mean, you think so.
Like day 300 of 20 shits a day is okay. I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Love you. It was a good life.
So what did they decide?
I bequeath to you my shits.
Nothing. They were bringing the shit to Maury's Market, freezing it,
Yes.
shipping it down to the CDC in Atlanta.
Yes.
And they were analyzing the shit. They found nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Just quit? Just quit then?
Yeah.
There's been 2 other outbreaks.
Yes.
One in Texas and one in California.
There was one on a cruise ship.
Okay.
As well.
But it's called the Brainerd diarrhea.
Yeah.
Wherever it happens.
No matter what, okay.
Even in Texas, it's Brainerd diarrhea.
When people get the poops, people are like, oh, people are sick. When people keep pooping and continue to poop for a year,
I think you need 100 people shitting for an entire year. It's like, well, Brainerd case.
they go, get out the stamp,
Yeah.
stamp it with, and once you stamp it with Brainerd diarrhea, it means it will never be solved.
No.
It goes in the stack of, well, we solved it, never will be solved. Something about potentially raw milk related, but they don't know for sure.
But it
Can't tell.
didn't seem contagious between people?
No, it appears to just be, well, that was the thing. Like typically when people get sick like that, they go, it's the lettuce at the salad bar at such and such
Everybody
place.
who was at Wendy's on Thursday
Shut it down.
got
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. And evidently they just can't figure it out. So it's a parasite of some sort that we just
Right.
can't figure out. But yeah, first case here in 1984.
Learn something new every day, I guess.
well,
First documented case. I imagine there was some
In the history of the
Plymouth
world.
Rock diarrhea.
they didn't live. Like that civilization died of diarrhea.
Plus, they didn't know what to call it. Yeah, printer didn't exist.
Everyone was like, the last person was surviving. They're like, just go so nobody knows it was us. Just, no, they'll never know. They'll never know. Let go. Why won't you die? Okay, so thanks, folks. It's poop again. Dot matrix printer. Pretty cool, actually. We had a program on our computer that would allow you to make like banners and stuff. And I loved the dot matrix printer. I was actually pissed when we went to a regular printer because the dot matrix, all the paper was stuck together. So you could just make the longest freaking thing in the world.
So why did the dot matrix? It's obviously how it prints is white.
Yeah, so
Like the dots, like
it's like a tattoo essentially.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It basically just tattoos, and it's the print area is a dot matrix of things it can possibly print. So it's low resolution.
Yeah, I went to St. Francis Elementary School, and we went to Mass every Wednesday, as part of our school day. But like the responses for the prayer offerings and whatnot, we would print out in the dot matrix printer.
Nice.
And then each week, a different classroom was allowed to, color it and decorate it and whatever, and go hang it on the thing. And it was a fun art project.
Yeah.
You
Can't do it
print a
anymore.
whole 20 pages long
Yeah.
response.
Yeah, and then you had to start, after that, you had to start taping them. Then you could just print it out, and my mom got so many birthday banners. It was unbelievable. Every time there was a mom's thing, my mom was getting dot matrix freaking banner.
Hell yeah.
You know, banners are cool and all, but I have a printer at home. You know what this thing does?
What?
Prince.
It prints paper out and then somehow sucks it back in, flips it over, and prints on the other side,
That's
and then kicks it back out again. And it prints things backwards so that they end up in the right order when you can set.
that's-
Dot
That's
matrix.
cool.
Dot matrix all the way.
And it has a scanner on top of it too.
yeah.
You wouldn't need the backside of the paper if it was all connected and it just kept.
You're stuck in the 90s. You're stuck in the 90s. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, it's a scroll.
Mine's magic.
Hear ye.
Happy birthday.
Now you go colorless.
And I'm pretty sure that's why my dad did it. Was just like, fuck, if I just print this off, these kids will go color it for an hour and a half, and I'll have
A
silence.
little bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Each letter on each page printed sideways, so it works out.
That's right, folks. We are tied up 1-1-1.
I think I have 3.
We only have
You get a 2-point deduction for that last comment.
yeah. We only have 3 left before we get into the final rounds. Here we go. Question number 6.
Gabe, cash register.
Incorrect.
Scott. Coke machine.
Incorrect.
So they're clicking keys like a typewriter kind of, but I heard something drop.
Which would have been the.
Yeah, maybe it's a typewriter.
That's incorrect. I'm going to play it again.
Gabe,
Justin.
payphone.
Hey, yep. I had that right. That was right there.
Gabriel Johnson with 2 points. It is a payphone. Yeah, I thought that was fun. Like, we put the coin in. Could be a lot of things.
Yep.
And putting coins in a lot of things back then.
And typing a lot of places.
And typing a lot of places. At the very end, if you listen carefully, it does go to a dial tone.
I caught that.
Which I moved because technically the dial tone would come before you start typing or putting the numbers in. I moved it to the end. So,
Oh, so you cheated to try to trick us.
well, you guys fucked up.
It's
And
It all worked out okay, Justin.
Oh, it did for you today. It did for you, Gabe. Christ, I feel cheated over here.
that's a pretty specific one there. So, and also the time frame too, because you had your rotary phones as well, right? So you like this with a touch tone phone, very specific, pretty much 90s, and they were everywhere. Payphones were everywhere. I think that's the thing that people, if you aren't from that time frame, if you're a kid that's 20 years old right now, payphones were literally everywhere in parking lots.
Yeah, well, now 20-years just have a phone.
Well, I understand that, but
what do
but yeah,
20-year-olds
no, when
think that Superman gets into when he changes clothes? When they see that? now?
we're gonna find out here in this summer. I think he just spins around like Wonder Woman now.
Yeah, it just changes like
But that was the one thing, like when your parents dropped you off somewhere, they drop you off and give you 25 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
Call
phone.
me when you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. There was for a while there was the collect calls as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I one time got dropped off we talked about like the railroad tracks. So I was at Market Square, which is 4 miles from our house probably, and got dropped off and called collect to my mom, but my mom didn't pick up and my ride had already left. And I was like, well, shit.
Here we are.
Yep. Well, I'll just start walking home. But yeah, that's exactly right. Here's the quarter, and again, that's kind of a specific thing too, because calls got more expensive. They were a dime at one point and then eventually a quarter. But yeah, payphones are an interesting thing. And you could do other things with payphones too. Did you guys ever call like the movie phone or anything like that?
Yep.
Yeah, you could call 800 numbers for free.
Yeah, you were just bored at the mall. You ran out of time. So there was one that you could listen to like clips from music. I did that all the time. Like, I'm just going to call and listen to What's the Story Morning Glory
There was a
from
joke of the day one.
Well, was there?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Interesting that now not there. I'm a little worried about your joke about what does Superman go into, because the very first Superman movie came out in like 1978.
Yeah. There wasn't payphones then, was there?
And they make that joke in that movie. So,
do they?
Yeah, that's like fucking 50 years ago, dude.
I don't see. I'm old school.
They made
What do
the
I-
joke that payphones are going away? or
No,
what?
the payphone was there, but there's no phone booth. It was just a payphone. Payphones at that point were just a phone on a pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did he change it to then?
He spins around in like the doorway of like a whatever you call that revolving door.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have those.
So he had to find a only way he could change into Superman is to find a revolving door somewhere? Was he around a lot of
I
revolving
don't
doors?
think he had to do anything. I think that like the
It was a
Superman.
bit, and then they moved on.
Yeah.
Okay.
they were
I'm stuck. I'm stuck on
That's
it.
basically what they were doing 50 years ago, was saying, we get it. In the 20s, this is what we did. We don't have time for that anymore.
But I need to know. I got to know the specifics.
Technically, I don't think Superman has.
No, he has to, but they got to let us know if something happens. We can't see Peter Parker change into Superman just because.
Peter Parker
Peter
isn't
what?
Superman.
Or whatever it is. No, Peter Parker, yeah.
All right, folks. Negative points for Justin.
No, because I'm not, the whole Marvel thing is not my bag.
Superman's
Superman is
DC.
not
Yeah.
Marvel.
I did. I knew that. That's why I said it, actually.
Stop talking.
I didn't see him get-
Stop talking. All right, folks. This is why we brought Justin on. You thought he was going to get points. He got that one right away, putting a cassette in. All right, question number 7.
Scott, the news.
Incorrect.
Gabe, FBI's Most Wanted.
Incorrect. Justin.
It's the start of the, I don't want to say 20th Century Fox, but
It's not over, so I could finish
yeah,
playing
finish it.
I'm going to start it over for you.
Coming soon to home video.
Gabe, movie preview.
well, Justin.
Justin, movie previews.
I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Coming soon to home video.
Yeah.
Believe it is specifically Columbia TriStar.
I was gonna say fucking TriStar.
Yep. Yeah. I wanted to do Disney because the Disney one is maybe a little bit more iconic, but he immediately says, coming to Disney home video. Yeah. I like that though.
I got there pretty good on my own. I totally got that on my own. So that was helpful.
Wildly specific sound, right?
Yeah.
But yet at the same time, could be anything. What is that? Could be anything.
Well, it could have, like you say, it could have went to a lot of places like the news. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The news one was very similar to what you heard all the time when growing up.
I can see the camera swooping
Yes,
in.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was more like staccato, though, like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, home video, big deal, big deal.
Big deal.
Watched a lot of videos at home back then.
Yeah, so DVDs didn't come out till I didn't remember DVDs until The Matrix. That's my point of DVD. That was the first DVD we owned.
My first DVDs was 2. We got a DVD player, and we got Yellow Submarine and The Exorcist.
Well, your dad was wildly specific on that one. We can get it, however, we will have exactly what I want. And he was probably making you watch The Exorcist as like this is true. This is what will happen.
He's not really.
Okay. What happened with the crucifix part? How did your dad get through that?
I don't know if he had ever even seen the movie.
Okay.
Because he was pretty fucking shocked watching it with all of his kids.
I can imagine. Hey, you know what? Kids are going to put on the Yellow Submarine now. Yeah. But yeah, I like that all of them had their own thing. One sooner or later, so Gabe, pull the curtain back a little bit. Gabe showed up today completely prepared to do chrono tripping Arby's.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah. So we can't play that now because Gabe literally has all the answers to it. But I think it would be really fun to go through and do the movie house, like their intro music. So before every movie, whatever, Jerry Bruckheimer, whoever it is that's the producer, whatever film house that has made the film will have their logo. Some movies have 47 of them.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to do like
most do nowadays. But Universal is the perfect intro.
Yes.
It is the perfect.
Yeah. And
can't beat it.
But some of them bleed over as well. But like, you would know like Morgan Creek, because it's the song from, at least in my head, it's the song from Prince of Thieves.
Or the Spielberg one with the boy fishing. What's that studio?
DreamWorks. No, Ambien was
DreamWorks.
Yeah. Ambien was his studio prior. Okay. And then not studio. It's not really a studio, I guess. And then he went and created DreamWorks with
Spielberg did?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, it literally stands because it says DreamWorks SKG. It's Spielberg, Katzenberg, and I forget who the G is. So
Goldberg.
Yeah,
I was going to say Greenbaum, but
100%, yeah.
Some other
It's
Jew.
a burger. Whoa.
It's true. I bet it's true.
We all thought it. We all thought it.
I don't know how we saved that, especially after we didn't know. We did the episode on 2006, and I was like, Kanye's great. And then like the next day, Kanye just goes off. I was like, Kanye, we knew. You don't have to remind us. Like I'd like to separate you. But I actually put up a short of Kanye. Or it was the short for Galifianakis
music video.
We've never had a short just absolutely get shut down. Like
they said Kanye 0 views.
0 views. I changed the title of it. It was like removed Kanye from the title and everything. Still done. Like we can't get any coverage on that short. And it's a great story. I love it. It was a great bit. All right. Gabe has 2. Justin has 2. Because Justin's a friggin' cheater that doesn't know Superman or anything, I'm going to make Scott. Oh, no, we're on number 8, aren't we?
We got Scott an opportunity for
Scott. Yeah, we'll give Scott an opportunity because if Scott gets this one, then he's in the championship. You two go against each other. All right,
what?
Yeah.
All right.
Here's number 8.
Fine by me.
Here we go. Number 8.
Scott, PlayStation.
Yeah, that wasn't fair.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, if Scott gets this random video game.
I forgot. There's this random sound.
Yeah, that seems a little setup.
Little setup there. Played hundreds of thousands of hours.
This is worse than Justin getting inflatable chair.
I will admit that I said that, and then right as I clicked it, I was like, "Oh, fuck, this is the PlayStation one, and he's gonna get it." It was like because the two you've gotten are Game Boy and PlayStation. You're right, Gabe. Justin versus Scott to see who goes on the championship. Gabe, I'm gonna give you a nod because you have struggled lately, and I want you to do well.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to lose, so it's all going to fall into place. It's all good.
I want you to do well. Okay. PlayStation. Otherwise known as what plays before Tony Hawk.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics.
SSX. Oh, no, that was 2.
No.
That
That
was
was
PlayStation.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it was. Would you know the PlayStation 2 sound?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I owned one. I played a lot, but
Yeah.
no, I just played Madden. I don't know any video games.
But it's not like in your head that
could beat anybody at football at any time.
that load up sound wouldn't be in your head because
Maybe play it.
I'd have to rehear it too.
I don't have it in front of me.
I played a lot of PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I think I would recognize it when I heard it, but I can't think of it in my head.
You would get to it
After Scott said PlayStation 2, I'd be, oh yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I played before Madden. Not completely unfair. I apologize. I knew that Scott was going to get that one. I knew you were going to get Game Boy too. But I like that you suck at the rest of these. So that's fun, folks. It's all tied up. Gabe is in the finals. Justin and Scott are competing to see who goes against Gabe in the final round.
Good luck, Scott.
Not the same to you.
Okay.
Question number 9.
No idea, but I love it.
Or farts only in the 90s?
Yeah, apparently. Specific ones as a specific fart.
Oh, God.
They had to dial it up with like some dice or something.
Yeah.
This was the last one I found. Because, I had a different one and I was like, it's too easy. And then I spent a long time finding this one. And as soon as I found it, I started laughing really hard and was like, there we go. That's the one. It's the one. I'm going to play it for you guys again.
So it's a sound of something specific, though.
It's
not just farting. It's
pretty specific. Once you get it, you'll get it.
What the hell?
the little squeaky one. He gets him started every time. He starts laughing.
Oh, God, I love it.
God, just what's happening? Like,
It's
somebody's like swishes something up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's from the 90s.
Is it a
Flubber.
toy?
I mean, playing it again isn't
Flubber.
going to do any good.
It's
Is it-
funny again?
Something to do with slime from Nickelodeon? Or the slime stuff?
Good fart sounds.
Scott Gack.
Scott with 1 point. Yes. Nickelodeon Gack.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it is, you dummy.
Well,
Is it?
but I hadn't started. I was trying to think that was.
Is it exactly this?
Well, then I should have won.
And specifically, it is Flarp.
Flarp.
But Flarp was the knockoff of Gack. So
Okay.
Nickelodeon Gack came out. It's just slime, you know, in a thing. Came out in the 90s.
Yeah, little plastic container.
Yeah.
Open it up. Pop
yeah.
it out. And
And very quickly, everyone realized, you just make fart noises with this. And then somebody realized, you can just market it as that. So it is just a little container that you just go.
For everybody listening, the people listening right now, that motion that Dave just made.
he just fingered the container.
He fingered his own hand.
What are you supposed to do?
He just spit.
I did. I spit all over my microphone. Oh, God. I wish that I wouldn't have laughed at that as hard as I did. I laughed really hard because I was like, God, what other 90s sounds are there? And then that came up and I was like, oh, God. How can we not have it be the case?
Yeah.
Justin, I mean, you were right.
Yeah, and by me giving him luck,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't give it back to me, so you won.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked in your favor.
Yeah, I know.
Makes me a better person.
Makes me a winner.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes, it does. Okay. So that one was for fun, but this one is for all the marbles. Scott versus Gabe to see who wins championship round.
Give me Forrest Gump ping pong, please.
I know it, do. God damn it.
Would you like me to play it again?
Yes. Scott tape.
Incorrect.
Tape, classic 90s.
Neither of them get it, and I get it right, so I get to win.
I mean, technically, we did that with Gabe the one time, but
But I needed a win.
do you want me to play it again?
One last time.
Okay. And technically, Scott cannot guess here.
Oh, fuck. I know exactly what it is.
Help me out. It's winding something up, it sounds like. I'm going to say Gabe winding up a top.
That is incorrect. There is every time I've played this, you guys have made a noise during the part that would probably give it away.
I know what it is.
So would you like clues or would you like me to play it again?
Well, he already knows what it is, so give me one more shot. Everybody be silent.
Okay.
Oh, you want to allow it?
I'll allow it.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Scott, it's Kodak.
It is winding of a camera, specifically a disposable camera.
Nicely done.
I would have got it. Hey.
That is a really good one. Scott, I think you deserved this.
Yeah.
I think you deserved it. The couple free ones in there with the games.
Yeah, Game Boy and PlayStation.
Well, there's nothing more iconic than, when
You should have let me have the first two then if he got to those two for free.
Justin, even if I gave you those, you still would have lost.
Oh, no, would have won.
You still didn't get Flarp.
Yeah,
I fucking missed Flarp, but I wouldn't have been in that round.
the game isn't. You did the same thing Jesse did. Remember when Jesse was on? He was
Don't
like,
compare me to Jesse. Swear to God.
it's like, well, it's like pick the goddamn movie. Yeah, that is winding a disposable camera specifically, but yes, winding a camera, crazy. It does not exist, but it's a specific.
I knew it was winding.
Yeah.
I could hear the winding.
You do a little snap at the end.
Yeah.
Yep. It is funny that every time I played it, you guys kept making that noise during it. I was like, that it gives it away. I think the click of it. But yeah, such a weird thing. You'd buy the cartridge of film, pull it across, and then you're basically just mechanically pulling.
You would just buy the camera itself.
The disposable one.
Well, the disposable one.
He's
you
talking
would.
about the film in the camera.
Well, yeah, and it makes a very similar noise.
Right.
But yeah, you in those ones in particular, you would have to wind it. A regular camera, every time you took the picture, you'd basically yank this little knob on there. But yeah, you spin the thing and it.
Yank the knob.
Anyways.
He was yanking his knob a lot back then.
Anyways. Yeah, disposable camera is pretty cool.
One of my daughter's friends came to the pizzeria a couple weeks ago, and she had like a Polaroid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids at school, kids nowadays.
It was so cool. I was like,
print.
and it just prints the picture right away.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah,
My daughter had one that was the throwback kind of,
Yeah.
that was styled like it was brand new, but it made it look like the old ones and everything.
Yeah.
The film was super expensive. It sucked.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Yeah. Same thing. We gave one to my daughter for Christmas one year too. So
They're kind of cool for a minute. Then you get all the Polaroids laying around the house.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Polaroids is an interesting thing. Like,
it is.
Polaroid got abused real quick. Went from like, hey, this is convenient to like, wait a tick. Take pictures of my butthole.
See what men can do with this.
I never even considered that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look out. There are pictures of Gabe's butthole all over his house. For sure.
Gabe's like, wait, what?
Yeah. All right, Scott, you are the winner.
You're
Go
goddamn
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
He didn't tell me to say something. I've been
Go
talking
ahead.
the whole time.
Yeah, technically, I did just say go ahead. Scott, say something to your fans.
Hello and congratulations.
All right. Hello and congratulations is correct. Scott, you are the winner. Yeah, Gabe, you're very close. If you would have waited half a tick, because if I would have said more words, if I would have said, say something to your fans, and he said anything else, you would be correct. But you jumped on it too
that's
quick.
the first T-shirt. That has to be just a T-shirt that says hello and congratulations.
Absolutely.
That's what we're mailing out to
Okay.
the
Yeah.
nation's capital.
Yeah, that story, it's funny. We got through the whole story of the poop, but we didn't actually say why.
Yeah, I was wondering, after the story, I was wondering how you got there.
The whole reason that story came up is because I did get the T-shirt from them as well.
They said, we're going to mail you a T-shirt.
yeah.
Okay.
Does the I Know Badeaux have a T-shirt? He's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll mail you one.
Mail you one.
Now you got to make it. And send it out there.
No, we need a T-shirt. We need at least one T-shirt.
That was weird. Like in the radio show, which is all of a sudden like the producer lady in the background just goes, Does he have T-shirts for his podcast?
Right.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. How did they know you had a podcast?
Well, they were
Googled
Googling
There's the
me.
internet.
Yeah, they were Googling me.
Oh,
Yeah.
the internet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a thing nowadays.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's the beauty of it. You Google Mayor Brainerd, I come up, and then you click on it, and then it says, oh, he's also got a podcast where he talks about poop all the time. And they're like, whoa, that's perfect
Makes sense.
for us.
Brain or diarrhea.
And Mary thought It's Poop Again would be a good first T-shirt.
It's
especially to send to the Brainerd Diarrhea folk.
It's poop again would be a great T-shirt to send. So
Do you really
You
want
can
to
do front and
perpetuate
back.
that? keep that going even bigger?
Kind of. Why wouldn't
Okay,
we?
That's
well-
one of our things.
Why?
I learned about it today, so it's new
You
for
can't.
me.
You can't run from it. It's poop.
Yeah,
it's on your
yeah.
shoe.
You slip and fall in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably going to shoot down a skate deck as well. I've got a couple extra skate decks. We'll shoot one of those down to him. We'll throw some extra stuff in a swag bag, throw it down there. So
Nice.
yeah, be fun. Yeah, Scott's the winner. 90s nostalgia, right up our alley. I thought that was fun. It took me a minute to figure out what the next secret sound category would be. I thought that was a fun one. A lot of things. Yeah. I was gonna do dial-up internet and that was the one I replaced. I had dial-up
You put the
internet.
dot matrix in for the dial-up.
No,
that
I
would have
put-
been the dial-up internet would have been the most iconic 90s sound.
It would have, but it's too
Being
obvious.
that the internet is now
So
a thing.
easy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the thing. Al Gore started it, I think.
Yeah, I had it as instead of Flarp. I had it in that slot, and I played it a couple times, and I was like, it's just too obvious because it starts with a dial tone, then dialing, and then goes directly into it. Even with the
Yes, that is how the modem works.
yes, I understand, but even with the phone, like the dial tone and the dialing, I think you would get it before it even got to the iconic part of it. So
Yeah,
you
there's nothing else really that sounds similar to it. That you
no
can make-
fax machine a little bit, but not really. No,
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
a little bit. The other ones that I thought would be fun, a VHS tape, but it was too similar to the cassette tape. I thought the cassette tape had
Because it was a VHS cassette.
yes.
But the
Yes.
cassette tape, you could hear how light it was in the
Yeah,
sound.
there's a very big difference. The cassette tape, you can hear the cassette tape. The VCR, you hear the mechanical
loading it in.
Loading it in. CD tray was another one that would have been fun. But they all just kind of started to sound the same. So, then we got into the video game stuff, which I was like, it is the one problem. I would love to do a game where we just do like video game sound effects or,
Well,
but you guys would, it's a disadvantage.
I could put it together for you two to play each other.
Yeah, but that would be
Yeah.
fun. Actually, we should do that. You could do that.
The Battle of the Badeaux.
The Badeaux, the Badeaux fighting over to see who can have, fighting over to see who can have.
Glory.
A lot of extra little sounds in there. All right, folks.
Those are called words.
Yeah. Justin, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Yeah.
This was a good one.
Yeah,
Had
I haven't
fun.
won for a while, so thanks for coming back.
Boost your confidence. That's what I'm here for.
I knew it was the best way to do it.
I think if Black Hole opened up, if me and Jesse fought or came in here to do a thing together,
It'd
news.
be like a spiral
Yeah.
of like, all the answers, none of the answers, all the answers, none of the answers, all the answers, none of the
No, it'd be
answers.
pretty good symbiosis. Like, this guy knows everything. This guy doesn't know shit.
but I don't want him to fucking be around here. But you have to ask specific things that I know about, and then that'd really throw it off.
I cannot
I bet
believe-
Jesse can't dig a fucking hole.
Yeah, but he can't.
No, you can't. This guy can.
In many ways.
Yeah, I can. What do you think I'm here? What do you think?
The cassette tape one blew me away though. I was like, that's really funny because I wanted it to be really hard after the joke. And so I'm like, oh, that's a good one. It's wildly specific, but it'll take to the end, maybe play it a couple times. No, immediately you were like, that's a cassette tape.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be really good at this game the whole way through.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. It's right there. Technically, next week is supposed to be 2008.
Woke up in a panic this morning.
Okay, because you thought it was?
Yeah.
Okay, we could make a decision right now. So this is technically, next week is March. We could do Name of the Year. Or we can wait and do Name of the Year after 2008. So do you want to make the decision now or just decide next week when we get here?
Should we work hard or procrastinate?
Yeah.
I choose procrastinate.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, we're procrastinating. So there you have it, folks. Next week is Name of the Year. And I think that's the right way to go because it takes, 5 weeks? And then we're in
How many
April.
names do we have this year?
We'll do the same thing that we did last year, which didn't we do 16? Yeah, are we doing? Yeah, I think we do 16 of them. Yeah, we've got a handful of them, but if you've got time right now, you got 1 week to get us your names and shoot them over to us. I'll double check because I want to make sure that we're in line with March Madness because that's typically it's really April when March Madness is happening. I want to make sure that we're still going.
Yeah, they haven't started their conference tournaments yet.
Yeah, so maybe we'll double check, but technically it is March, so we could do it. So. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Get names over to us for Name of the Year. Of course, if you're not familiar with what that is, real names from the news from the last year, and you shoot them over, and then we go bracket style to see who is the name of the year. You got a winner this year?
No, I got nothing.
I know who's going to win. I've got the number one pick because I've twice found it and been like, oh, it's perfect. Oh, shit, I already found that. It was already perfect. So,
I had it written down.
yeah. And then, we're back with 2008. So get those over to us as well. I have been consuming Breaking Bad. I think I'm 3 episodes into Breaking Bad. I did consume quite a bit of Sons of Anarchy. One I enjoyed a lot more than the other. So
Well, Breaking Bad is maybe the perfect television show.
something to watch. That's for sure. So shoot that over to us for 2008. And then, movies of 2008 as well. So, all right. Thank you to Justin.
3rd time. Thanks again.
Thank you to Scott.
Sure.
Thank you to Gabriel Johnson.
Yes.
And with that, folks, we're done. Secret Sound works, I think.
It was fun. It was a fun one.
You had
Oh,
every opportunity.
Gabe, you're so close to winning. It's like I got one. I got one. I got the payphone after listening to it like 3 fucking times.
Why are
Scott
you so
gave me
bad?
the printer.
Why are you so bad at it? It seems like something you would be good at.
I'm more of a visual guy
Okay.
than an audio
All right.
guy.
Okay. I get it. Says the guy with glasses. And the slick look. I got to hand it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You got this look going for you that I'm enjoying.
He's been listening to a lot of Van Halen. You can tell.
So let's chat about it, right? So like I saw that album that he had there and I was like, okay, because for me, it's got to have iconic cover.
It's maybe the best cover art. It's
Maybe ever.
It's S tier
sweet.
cover art.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then I was like, I've always heard that people like this one, but I wasn't familiar with exactly what was on there. I was like, I knew Jump was on there.
Yep.
Right. But I'm like, I don't remember what else is on here. And I flipped it over. I was like, oh, this is all the songs.
This is
I
every
like
song I know
Van
from Van
Halen.
Halen. But yeah, it's great. Like Jump is the first song that gets you into it. But there's about a 20-second prelude of kind of spacey, just the album is starting, get into it, listen, and then boom, hits Jump. And it's like, all right, we're into this. Let's go.
It's happening.
Well, and that's what I was saying. Like with albums, somebody knew like that's the way to do it, right? When you put this on, the first song's got to get you going.
Probably had a lot to do with the way the concerts were set up too, right?
Sure,
I imagine
probably.
like the concerts kind of had a flow to it all.
Yep.
And like,
And nowadays concerts are like, and here's from our new album.
We one time, so we have a small concert. It's a street dance that happens, and we had a local-ish band that came and played, and they were playing covers. And then all of a sudden, the guy's like, "Oh, we're gonna play one of our originals." And I was like, "No, we're trying to sell beer."
remember that one street dance? You got that video of that girl like, getting naked in the fucking thing in the middle of it. On her
The one
underwear?
that, I still have
That's
that.
on the YouTube.
That's still on
She's
our
like
YouTube.
cracking.
It's one of our shorts.
It was
It's one of our most viewed shorts.
It was our first ever. It was before shorts were even a thing. I was like,
That's hilarious.
It was
well,
without shorts.
So
Yeah.
that I did not take that video. That was a lady was there next to me and I saw her taking video. I was like, "Can I have that video?" I'm putting that on the internet. Yeah, it was like 9:00, and this and she was a crackhead.
And she looked like it. Yeah.
This
it was pretty rough.
crackhead lady just takes her shorts off and is just dancing around in her underwear at 9:00 in the middle of a parking lot.
She's
in
loving it.
July, so 9:00, it's still kind of light out.
Yeah,
Oh, it's pretty late, yeah.
It was still very light out.
Yeah.
It was, It's like the kids haven't even went home yet, lady. Literally, keep your pants on.
But she was living it up, man. She's having a good night that night.
I don't know if she was or wasn't.
At that moment, she was having a good night.
Well, she was feeling the beat.
She was trying.
yeah. Everybody else was like, "Is this happening?" I was like, "This is happening."
And I'm going to
This is
document
hap-
this forever.
Well, I didn't.
No, I'm going to take the document forever.
Yeah. There was a lady next to me, and I was like, "Could you please send me that video?" Because first of all, nobody's going to believe you. Hey, we had a crackhead that just stripped to freaking Panama in the freaking.